Week 16, so let's break down the entire slate of games for this weekend with something we call Journalism 101. I go up to the chalkboard. Let's start off with the Who, gentlemen. So many teams jockeying for one of the last spots in the postseason. So here we go. Who would be the biggest disappointment if they missed the playoffs?
I'll go in first.
What do you got?
America's team has the easiest road to the playoffs right now. A home game against the Buccaneers and then a trip to New York to play the Giants and a team that has nothing to play for. If they found a way to not beat either one of these teams in Week 16 or Week 17, it would be the greatest disappointment in Cowboys history. It is all lined up. You've got a Buccaneers team that has already been eliminated from the playoffs, and you have a Giants team that's already been eliminated from the playoffs. The Buccaneers are coming into your building in late December. If the Cowboys somehow drop the ball after this amazing 5-game stretch that they had, that we all jumped on the bandwagon and missed the playoffs, it would be worse than any Tony Romo botched hold. It would be worse than any Tony Romo collapse against Philadelphia.
It'd be worse than when Jimmy Johnson left?
It would be worse than any Jimmy Johnson trip to the Fox booth. This would be catastrophic. Disappointment? Yeah. Huge storyline? Yeah.
Yeah.
The greatest disappointment in Cowboys history? Quite possibly.
But it might be one of the greatest celebrations in Philadelphia Eagles history. I'm going to answer with the Eagles. Let's go back 6 or 7 months, guys. We're treading water in that offseason. You know, there ain't much going on.
Well, you're on a scooter, so you're not doing much.
I'm on a scooter. I can't even walk. It's a terrible time. Imagine if we had a segment where, like, guys, the Eagles aren't even going to make the playoffs. Because we're sitting here saying Super Bowl teams always get fleeced after they win. They lose all their good players. This one's different. Howie Roseman brought in this guy, and this guy are going to go back-to-back.
Haloti
Ngata. And then even mid-time, Golden Tate, all this stuff. If they missed the playoffs completely, A, it'd be really, really disappointing for the Eagles. And then B, I just think we're all fans of team content. If the Eagles do get in a couple weeks, oh, my God, it's Christmas every day just because of how weird it is. That would be a huge disappointment for me. And if Dallas wins, I think the Eagles are done.
For me, I'm looking at the Minnesota Vikings. You guys remember them 200, 500-piece puzzles when we were little and we put them together? We were so fascinated with them. And that was them last year getting to that NFC Championship game. And they didn't get the puzzle all the way right because, of course, the Super Bowl victory is the final piece. And they're like, all right, let's go out and let's make sure we get the pieces we need. They go sign Kirk Cousins, give him that $90 million. And then they're putting it together. And this year they realize, after going 13-3 last year, making it to the NFC Championship game, they're still far away from putting this puzzle together. And it's not just the offense. The defense has slipped from being the best defense in football to middle of the pack. The offense has caught their rhythm as of lately, but that was after the firing of DiFilippo. But now all of a sudden we're looking at this team that was supposed to be one game away from the big game, possibly being a couple games away from not even making the playoffs.
They got to get in.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, they play the Lions this weekend. If Cousins can't beat the Lions in the big game in Week 16, what's your take on that?
It's pure frustration. And this isn't...
Did they keep their receipt?
Yeah, no, right. You can't return Kirk Cousins. And this isn't like a shot at Kirk Cousins. There's been moments this year where I've said on camera, he's worth every single dollar.
Sure.
But when you add that type of money and you add that type of pressure and you don't deliver on what we all want, then of course you're going to point to one guy. I remember when he first signed and he did his presser and he wouldn't say it. And I'm like, Kirk, just say it, bro. Say it. You know what we want to hear? We're going to make the Super Bowl because that's why they brought you there. And it looks like they're not going to make it.
It's Burleson Bowl this week, huh?
Yeah.
Lions.
Yeah.
How about the Seahawks, another team that you played for? Schrags.
Yeah.
They had a chance to clinch, and they lost to the Niners. Now they have to welcome the Chiefs to town, of course, looking to rebound with a couple of extra days to prepare. If they lose that, they don't clinch. And then, who do they end up with? At the desert, they have to go face the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They need to win one, right, to clinch?
Yeah.
If you drop these next two, that will be an epic disappointment because I did not have high expectations for this graduated team, and the way they played to start the season and throughout the season was so impressive that you want Russell Wilson in the playoffs just to muck it up because he's super scary to go against. So that'd be pretty disappointing. Next up, a few high-profile quarterbacks coming off some huge losses and poor performances. So where is the quarterback under the most pressure playing this weekend, Kyle?
Let's get this straight one more time. All Dak Prescott has to do
Tell us, Kyle.
is play a home football game against a bad Bucs team, and you Gucci. It's all good. All right? You get the hat, you get the T-shirt, you're repping the North. You're good. You're repping the East.
Repping the East,
You're going to the playoffs. Dak if you lose this game, you're going to Jersey. You're going to crappy northern New Jersey and be 3 degrees with a horizontal rain, and you got to play a Giants team. You're going to Route 3. You go Route 3? It's right up there from the Gentleman's Club, right there. It's the marshes. You may be playing the Giants. Let me just put this out here.
Bada bing.
This might be Eli Manning's last game as a Giant. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I know it'll be the last game of the season. I know there'll be Saquon. I know there'll be the Giants Super Bowl to beat that dude and knock the Cowboys out of the play. Just beat the Bucs, Dak. It's simple. You can take the week off, put your feet up, do whatever, play video games. You're golden. Don't blow this game. It'd be kind of fun if you did, but don't.
You know how I know that Pro Bowl voting is like a several month-long process? That Jared Goff got into the Pro Bowl. Because if it was just based on the last 2 games, Jared Goff might not be the starter in his own franchise.
What is this, Hanging Chad?
Jared Goff has not been the same guy since the bye week. They played against Detroit. He kind of struggled. He didn't look like himself. And then they went to Chicago, and he was miserable. And then they played the Eagles at home in a game that everyone thought, okay, the Eagles are coming in here with their 7th and 8th defensive backs. Goff was a mess. Jared Goff and the Rams play the Arizona Cardinals, a team that has not been able to even put up a fight the last few weeks against teams. If Jared Goff lays another egg, I have some serious concern for the Rams come playoff time. Some serious concern. Because that team, as much as we love Todd Gurley, as much as we love Brandon Cooks, it runs through the quarterback. Jared Goff, I don't know what's going on. Maybe them making the Pro Bowl lifts his confidence a little bit. Maybe it gets him a little bit more motivated. But Jared Goff, I mean, we were talking MVP after that Monday night game against the Chiefs. MVP. I don't know if Sean Mannion's the better option the way he's playing.
Hey.
1 touchdown over the last 3 weeks, and you say their offense runs through him. Should it? Do you think, hopefully, this week they give Todd Gurley the ball more than 12, 13 times? Hopefully, he needs to get the ball 20 times
I think,
a game.
but Gurley seems to have a little ankle issue going on here. It seems like they went to John Kelly late in the game.
It's tough when teams focus on you. Like, you're going in, you're facing the Rams. Stop Gurley. If you stop Gurley, you're possibly going to stop this team.
What they're doing, honestly, because I've been watching it, like, they're letting the Rams have that underneath stuff, and they're eliminating the big play. If you notice, there's no more Goff bombs to Cooks.
No question.
And there's like almost like a blueprint right now, which scares me.
Keep everything in front of you. And
So what's up with Captain Pomade? I mean, McVay, he's the wonder kid. He's supposed to fix that. No blueprint. He's got something to prove, too.
A lot of pressure in this game.
All right, for me, the quarterback with the most pressure is Tom Brady. Listen, Tom Brady, you mentioned it.
This game's awesome.
At Foxborough, right? It's kind of like the Gentleman's Club. No kids allowed. Any quarterback under 25, they get whooped up by Tom Brady.
24-0.
24-0. So he's going up against Josh Allen. And you're saying, Nate, well, he knows that stat, and Brady's comfortable playing against young guys at home. True. But he also understands that he hasn't lost 3 straight games since 2002. That was his second year in the league. So if he's close to that stat, he's probably wondering, what has happened the last couple of weeks? What has happened to my offense? What has happened to my team? What has happened to me? As much as you want to blame all of these different circumstances, you got to blame Brady for that loss. I mean, he's had some moments over the last couple of weeks where you're like, Brady, that wasn't so clutch, fam. That wasn't so goatish, fam. You know, you're not focused right before halftime a couple weeks ago, and then you throw that ball up in the air. Joe Hayden picks it off. So the most pressure is Tom Brady, because Tom Brady, he isn't even playing like Tom Brady. And that's why the pressure is on.
It's a 3-way tie between those two. You guys, excellent cases laid out by everybody. Patrick Mahomes under a lot of pressure, too, going up to Seattle to play Whiteboard Wednesday.